This is Freddie Stevenson. You're watching the Trials of Triumph podcast, and today we're here with one of the best kickers in college football, Ryan Fitzgerald from the Florida State Seminoles. Man, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm great. I'm blessed. Man, I'm glad to finally get you in here. I'm a big fan. First and foremost, I got to say that. Just what you've overcame, what I watched you grind through, just the adversity when it comes to Trials of Triumph. Your pure embodiment of that. So I'm excited to have you on and chop it up with you.
Yes, sir. I'm excited.
We just vibe. We have fun on here. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news and stuff. Austin Rivers the other day, he had something that he said in the media about basketball players transitioning to the NFL and NFL players not being necessarily able to transition to the NBA. Who do you feel like are the best athletes out of basketball players and football players?
I don't know. I can't hoop, so I can't really.
Yeah, we're a fullback and then a kicker. We're probably the ones that shouldn't be talking about this, but
I don't know. I mean, I just remember last year we had dinner at Coach Norvell's house. The whole team did. I saw Keon hooping, and that was pretty impressive. So I don't know. I mean, I think we have on last year's team and this year's team. I think we had some athletes that could hoop for sure.
Okay, so I guess I've been looking at it. I've been seeing everybody talk about it at different discussions. And my standpoint, of course, I feel like you got a few guys that would be able to make that transition. I think Anthony Edwards, he's a freak athlete. I think he would. And mentally, he's a dog. But the one thing I don't see anybody talking about, of course, the physical side of the game. You don't know who's going to be able to handle that. But the sun, this heat, like this Florida heat right now is crazy. I don't know if a lot of people be able to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, playing inside versus outside, with the pads on and everything, I mean, that definitely plays a difference for sure.
Yeah. And for me, I guess one thing I, want to have a discussion about is when you talk about that comparison, which one do you personally feel like would be harder? Like, I was thinking about the discussion, and everybody's talking about the contact side of it, which is, surface level. We understand that they're not doing that all day, so you can't just expect them to jump into it. But I'm thinking both sides going. You have an NFL guy going to the NBA with no experience, NBA guy going to the NFL with no experience, and one is trying to catch a pass, but the defense is doing everything they can to try to stop him. Then you got the NFL guy trying to score a basket before the end of the game. Which one do you feel like would be the most difficult feat to accomplish?
I think with all the different variables on a football field, just the contact, the defender trying to do everything he can to stop him from catching the ball. I think that's a little bit harder for sure,
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a football player. They're going to hate me for this, but I feel like it'd be hard to score a basket. Like, especially you bring somebody like me. I'm a fullback.
Yeah.
It might, I don't know. I don't see myself, even if you give me a layup, I might smoke it. Like
I don't feel confident in making a layup. I'll put that out there. That, and then I don't feel confident catching a pass with a DB on me too. I couldn't do either one. So I don't know. It's hard for me to try and compare both, considering I don't feel confident doing either. Mm-hmm. Put me out there kicking a football, yeah, that's more my style.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Speaking of that, when did you start getting into football? How old were you when you started playing?
My dad kicked in high school, and so I grew up playing soccer and a little bit of baseball, like we were talking about earlier. And baseball didn't really come to fruition in my future. I kind of saw that pretty early, and I was always pretty good at soccer, had a big leg. I played goalie, so I thought that transition into, maybe kicking one day would work. And my dad always saw that I could possibly kick one day, and so I started playing around with it when I was like 7 or 8, just going out in the yard, kicking some footballs. And then I finally tried out for I think it was 8th grade middle school team, and so that's when they finally had like a snapper and holder, and we could do the operation and everything. Okay. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, as far as that process goes, you're from Georgia. So how does it work being a kicker? I'm sure you guys have to get like specialty coaches to get better. I don't know how that process goes. Like I'm a fullback. In high school, I was a linebacker. So you just, worst case scenario, go in the yard and do some drills on your own. How does it work being a kicker as far as training?
I mean, my dad was really my coach growing up, just because he kicked, he did it, so he knew like the motion and the technique and everything involved. So he was really my coach. Yeah, like you said, it's kind of like a specialty. There's no real position coaches that actually understand like the kicking technique. You know, it's like outsourced kind of. You know, we have like our own coaches outside that do just that. They train kickers and stuff. They're not like specified to one school or the other.
Okay. So Ryan Fitzgerald, we know that you do your thing on the field, but what's something that the people don't know about you? Something fun, hobbies, something about you that the world doesn't know?
I'm a big golfer. I love golf. I think it's just I'm a competitor. I love competing against myself, and golf, you're competing against yourself. Like whether you shoot like 100, whether you shoot, you know, even par, it's still a competition with yourself to be better than where you were the day before. So I love that. I thrive on that. And so, yeah, golf is definitely one of my big hobbies.
You think you beat me in mini golf?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not really a golfer, but mini golf, I'm undefeated, man.
Really?
Yeah, I'm undefeated.
Well, change that.
Yeah. But me personally, this one's going to shock you. One thing I feel like everybody sees me, they're like, man, this big dude, he looks intense, looks serious. But for me, I'm a big guy that loves like romantic comedies. Yeah, like me and my wife, we watch them a lot. One of our favorite movies is 50 First Dates. So whenever I'm out of town and stuff, I'm just chilling, just vibing, and I'm watching romantic comedies. Like, man, I miss my baby. I'm ready to get back home. But yeah, that's my thing. I got to be a little careful though. She might get excited watching this, and next thing you know, we got another baby on the way. But I'm a big rom-com guy.
I got you. Yeah, I watch a couple rom-coms here and there with my girlfriend. Yeah, she's big into those. So
that's my thing, man. But I see like on your Instagram page you got Galatians 6:9. What's that about? You a big spiritual guy?
You know, I'm not a guy that goes to church every Sunday, but you know, I have a Bible app on my phone, and I like to go on there. You know, try to get on there at least once a day, and just, you know, I think at the end of the day, especially with my position with kicking, you know, I don't base myself on results on the field, you know, base my life, you know, through Jesus Christ and through God, and just, you know, trying to live and glorify him every day. And I think that if my focus is on that, it kind of takes away some of the pressure of what I do.
Okay. Kind of building on that, man, the 22 season, that was a tough season for you. I know you're a competitive guy. Want to be the best every single time you step out there, put your team in a position to be successful. But to your expectation, I know it wasn't the year you wanted to have. Kind of take me through that season, what you were thinking, you know, going through those lows throughout the season and, you know, having some of the fans voice their opinions. How was that for you that year?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. I mean, after it really starts, you know, after the 21 year, you know, I had like an okay season around like 80% or something like that. And I wanted to be even better. And so, you know, I talked with several other kickers and just with myself, and I'm analyzing everything, and I thought that it'd be best to kind of change my swing a little bit and try a new approach and everything. And so heading into the 22 season, I implemented that, and I didn't really see the results I wanted to. And then fall camp came, and it's like, you know, I got to stick with it, and hopefully it'll get better. And it didn't. And then, you know, started the 22 year off, I think like 4 for 9. And I was like, okay, this isn't going to work. So switched back to my old swing, and took a couple weeks, get that dialed in, and then finished the year, I think 8 for 11, you know, better, still not great, but yeah. And you know, like you said, the fans kind of voicing their opinion. You know, you want to play for a team that has a passionate fan base, no doubt about that. But yeah, it was tough. I mean, I had to learn that, you know, opinions on the outside don't matter. You know, I think it was hardest for my family to learn that, you know, especially my grandma. She's big on Facebook. And so I told her, I was like, you can't comment back to every single person that, you know, talks about me on Facebook. And so she's had to learn that. And yeah, it was a struggle, you know, mentally for sure. Just trying to overcome that and not base what other people say about me and take that to heart. And so, and I've kind of carried that through this past season too, you know, having a good year last year, and everybody's riding high on me now, but it still doesn't matter. You know, opinions don't matter. You have to go out every day and try to get better. So
tell me about Norvell, because I know you've dealt with your struggles. At one point, Tate dealt with struggles. Jordan Travis, you have a lot of guys on that team that struggled throughout their careers, and he continued to believe in them, and I felt like it helped them build a lot of confidence. So did Norvell help you out a lot throughout that process?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he stuck with me, believed in me, and kept pushing me to be better because he knew what I could be, you know, and same thing with the guys you just mentioned too. You know, I talked to Jay Trav about that at one point, and, you know, just how he overcame, struggles in his early career and became, one of the best college players of all time, So just seeing him do that and, it gave me confidence that I could do the same thing.
So now you had the struggles in 22, 23. You were absolutely a beast. So take us through that journey for you, like mentally. What was your mindset going into that year to have that transition, that transformation that you made? Like now you're up for the Luke Groza Award, and everybody in college football is like amazed by what you're doing, one of the best kickers in college football. And you go from being a guy that's talked about, or everybody's ready to give up on, and then the next year you're one of the best guys in college football.
Yeah, I think, after the 22 year, I learned not to, not to focus on results. Like I was talking about earlier, I think I really realized that it comes down to having the confidence through preparation and, focusing on my process. And, when I'm focusing on my process and not the results take care of themselves. And that's what happened last year. I wasn't going into the 2023 season. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I didn't write down any goals for the 2023 year. Years before, I always wrote down my goals for the year and what I want to accomplish. And 2023, I wrote down, focus on my process, preparation, and really just shifting that focus onto that made the results just come easy. So
okay. So when I was at Florida State, we would have a special teams period, a quick kicking period at the beginning of practice, kick field goals, do kickoffs. And then in the middle of practice, you have, your punt or whatever the situation is. And then literally after that, if you're a player on the team, you go take a bathroom break, you go inside, you see all the kickers and specialists. They're playing ping pong or doing all the different type of stuff. What do you do in that downtime when you're not really doing anything?
I don't have the way we structure our practices with Coach Norvell. It's a little bit different. I go out 30 minutes early, I warm up, then, period 1, I'm kicking. Period 3, I got a field goal with team, from period 3 to period 10, I'm charting field goals, 10 field goals, snapper holder, and then, period 10 to 12, we have special teams, like you said, punt, and then we have our field goal period, and then, later half of practice, I'm still up. I can still kick. So it's more like a game. You got to be warm for 3.5 hours, It takes a toll on your body, but it's good preparation. It's just like a game. You're not gonna have kicks all throughout, but you got to stay warm all throughout practice. So no, we don't have too much downtime. When we do, we try to support the rest of the team too. Because we still want to be leaders on the team, and whenever, like you said, they look over in the locker room, you're not doing anything. It's kind of hard to show the rest of the team that you're working hard, and we take pride in that. So we really try to, if we're not doing anything, we try to at least, walk over, watch offense, see how they're doing, support offense, defense.
Okay. So when you came into Florida State, the team was struggling. Talk about that transition from being a struggling team, trying to figure everything out, and this with a program that has a rich tradition, national championships. And now in 2023, you guys have an opportunity to go undefeated, and then, they cheat you at the end of the year. Talk about that journey in 2023 season, and then at the end of the year, not getting rewarded what everybody knows you deserve.
It was just our Tribe 19 class was so close. The guys in that, and Darius Washington, Maurice Smith, Kalen DeLoach, Keem Dent, Renardo Green, like the list goes on. And those guys that stuck with the program, through all those 5 years, it was really cool. Like I remember in 2019, on the road at Clemson, didn't come out how we wanted to, and me and Darius were talking about it, true freshman that year, like, next time we come back here, things got to be different. 2021 on the road at Clemson. Still didn't go our way. Close game, but, me and Darius said, next time we're here, we got to get it done. And then last year, we beat them on the road at Clemson, and me and Darius said, we got it done. So it was pretty cool to see that transition. And, I just remember after the ACC championship game, seeing D'Lo, hugging and talking about, we did this. We finally did it, because that was our goal, since freshman year to go undefeated, win a conference championship, be able to play for national championship. We didn't get that opportunity, but, I think we did everything in our power to put ourselves in a position to earn that spot. So.
Yeah. Do you feel like if y'all got the opportunity to get in the playoffs, y'all would have won it all, Florida State?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you look at the team, you look at our defense, you look at our offense, it's not just a quarterback. We had, 10, 11 guys drafted. So, I mean, it's not just one player, it's a team for a reason. And so, I think our talent level, our chemistry, everything we had last year was really special. And, it sucks. We didn't get an opportunity, but at the end of the day, after that happened, it's like, what can we do?
Mm-hmm.
What can we do about it now? We did everything we can in our power. Didn't get the opportunity. There's nothing else we can really do, other than freaking work harder this year and make sure we get an opportunity.
Okay. Jordan Travis was a major factor on that team, one of the leaders. Talk to me about what he meant to that team, and then ultimately the mindset once he goes down. I know the team had ambitions to win the championship even before that happens, but were you guys more motivated after that happened to win it all for him?
Yeah, absolutely. Like we were talking about earlier, J-Trav, just to see his progression and how he kept his nose down and worked and grinded and got better and became, one of the best players in college football. Just seeing that motivated all of us, and he was our leader, more so by actions, just seeing how he came to work every day. And when he went down, it felt like it was kind of on us to really, step it up and do it, in his honor pretty much, so.
Okay. Currently at Florida State, you had this final
year
season.
Year 6, yeah.
Yeah. What's your major?
I got my undergrad in accounting and insurance, and I'm doing my master's in accounting right now.
Okay. So, of course, we all want you to go on to have a great year, play 10-plus years in the NFL. But is that what you want to do after your career is over? I know a lot of guys struggle, with that transition after. And the reality is if you play 10, you play 20, at the end of the day, you're going to have to make that transition. You kind of have an idea of what you want to do once it's all said and done?
Yeah, I want to stay within the sport. I want to stay within football and within sports in general. I want to work my way up to be like a CFO of an NFL organization or something within sports to use my degree, but also kind of stay connected to what I love best. So.
Okay. And for you, 2024, personal goals, team goals, what does 2024 look like for you?
Personal goals, there's not any other than focus on preparation every day, getting better every day, and trust my process, and whatever goals I might have, they'll take care of themselves, And then as a team, obviously we want to win another conference championship, go undefeated, go to the playoff, win a national championship, bring Florida State back to where it deserves. And so, yeah.
Okay. What would you have to say to any young athlete out there in the world that's going through, tough times mentally, things that you've dealt with? What would you say to them as advice to kind of overcome that adversity and come out on top?
I think nobody that has made it to the top hasn't been at the bottom at some point in their career. And I think being in a lull and a bottom, a place where you're struggling mentally just makes the top feel much more special because you appreciate it more. I think that after my struggles, I appreciated the spot I was in a lot more, where I was and the opportunities I had in front of myself, and just keep your head down, keep grinding. It doesn't matter what the outside noise, doesn't matter what people are saying. It's all about you and what you want your legacy to be.
Okay. And man, I've been enjoying this. I only got one more thing to ask you. We talk about kickers, and I think a lot of people, they talk trash. They don't understand how difficult it is to be a kicker. That being said, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it for somebody like me? Mind you, I play fullback. I'm somewhat of an athlete. To go out on the field, I get 3 attempts at a field goal, maybe a 20-yarder, 30-yarder, we don't know.
Okay.
1 to 10, what are the shots that I'm able to do that?
I think...
Mind you. In middle school, I was an All-American kickball player.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you can make one from 20.
Okay.
From 20, a college extra point. I think you can make one.
30?
30? All-American kickball player?
All-American.
Maybe.
Even when the air was, kind of deflated in the ball. Yeah.
Nah, that doesn't help when the air is deflated. I think maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe with some coaching tips, too. Yeah, we could get you making maybe 1 out of 3 from 30. Yeah.
1 out of 3?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we need to go see.
I think we should.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, man, we're at Bryan Stadium, Lakeland High School, home of the Dreadnoughts. I'm here with Luke Rosa Award semifinalist, Florida State Seminoles kicker, Ryan Fitzgerald. And we're going through this right here. Going to try to see if I can nail me a few kicks from 50 because, like I said, I was an All-American kickball player. So we're going to see if I can, do what the kickers do.
I think you might get lucky, hit a couple short ones. We'll see what the range is like and see if we can get it up in between. Now, if you toe it, I mean, those look like good shoes if you're gonna toe it.
Yeah, that's why I wore these.
So
today.
it won't hurt.
I was gonna wear my Adidas, but nah.
Nah, those look like good shoes to toe it in, for sure. All right, college extra point. You gonna stretch anything, or you just going?
Oh no, man! Listen.
All American.
All American kickball. Hey. So, any tips for me before we get this process started?
So if you're gonna go straight up, what I do with my steps, I take 3 steps back and 2 over. I'm like right here, but I'm kicking it with the side of my foot soccer style. So if you're kicking it straight on, I would go 3 steps back and maybe a half step over, like right in here, because your swing is gonna be more, straight up.
Okay.
I swing a little bit across it. So you might want to move in maybe a little bit.
All right. This angle right here good?
Yeah. I mean, we can see. We can play around with it and see.
All right. Man.
Nah, we can get it done.
It's been a while since I played kickball, so we gotta warm it up a little bit.
I see it in the swing. We can get it done. Well, it sounded like he hit it twice, so there wasn't much thump in that one. So we're gonna see if we can clean up the contact a little bit. He's kicking a little bit differently than I do, so it's we're both kind of learning with this scenario. Let's see another one. Let's just see another one. I didn't like the sound of that first one.
Okay.
It sounded like it kind of rolled up your foot a little bit. If you're gonna kick it with your toe, really keep it. It's almost like it's strapped in, like you can't.
Like flex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of flexed a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right. We're going to do this thing then, man. All right. Woo! I told you, man. Lou Groves Award.
That might have been good from 23.
Yeah. 23.
Should we back it up to 25?
We should back it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Test the range out.
See, I wore the Jordans today so I could be a little bit like Mike. I couldn't let Mike down. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Mind you guys, I didn't stretch. Like a cheetah, they don't stretch before they take off.
Oh yeah?
Okay. Yeah, let's get it.
We might get 30.
We might get
30.
Okay. Dang, this is just so deflating to me. I thought I did something, then I looked back, we were only on the 15-yard line. All right, this is the final attempt for today. I'm pushing 30 now, so we can't risk any injuries because, now I'm not in college anymore. They're not paying for those doctor bills. So, all right, we're going to see.
30 yards. Oh! That had the distance.
Man, I appreciate you coming out today, Ryan, man. Listen, I got a whole different level of respect for kickers right now, and the world should too. I don't think they realize how difficult you guys' job is. I just try to, we started up 15?
Started at 20. Yeah, made our way back to 30. Made the 20. Mm-hmm. Made the 20.
And I'm going to be honest, when I saw the 20, it looked more like 80. So what you guys do is amazing, and I got, I nailed those, couldn't get to 30, but we're going to keep practicing.
Yeah. There's definitely progress there.
Yeah, we'll get there. A little different than kickball, but I definitely appreciate the tips, and we're gonna take that forward.
Yeah, thanks for having me out, man. I appreciate
you.
Yes, sir. Go Knowles.